Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, here with a pre-recorded video for you. Let's get the advertising out of the way. You can shop for Stampin' Up! Products at MemoryINKers.com. That's my Stampin' Up! Website. If you are purchasing less than $150, please use this hostess code, P as in Paul, M as in Mary, D as in David, 94, F as in Frank, K as in Carrie, T as in Tom. Okay, so got that out of the way. Now, today we are going to talk about casing, copy and stamp everything. So I was going through the awesome Sale-a-bration book. Don't forget that Sale-a-bration ends in, like you're seeing this Saturday, so just days. It'll end on the 28th of February. So this is for when you spend $60 or $120, you get to pick something out of this catalog. So one of the pictures, and I'm going to lift it up here for you, is this awesome card. Let me zoom a little bit too. Look how cute that is. And they made that with the Sale-a-bration ribbon, okay, that you can get free. But they had a step where they had you use the blends marker to color. That's why you get the two different colors in there. So I was thinking about doing that for a video, and then I thought, why do we have to color it? And what if you didn't get this for your, reassessing here, for your Sale-a-bration item? Because not that many people pick ribbon, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you did, but a lot of people do not. So what I did was I grabbed some of the in-color ribbons. These are the border ribbons. I picked Pretty in Pink and Petunia Pop. So I kind of did some of this beforehand, just so you know, but I'm going to show you real quick some of the other products that I'm using. I did pre-emboss something out of these. I use them probably more than I should because they are retired. These used to be online. The three Basics 3D embossing folders. So awesome. So I'm sorry you can't get those anymore. And you probably will never be able to pry them away from me either. So I took from the Flowers of Beauty bundle this die, and I cut out two of those, which are right here. And these are out of Lost Lagoon. All right. Because remember and now I lost it. Let me find it again so I can keep referring to it. There we go. I'll fold this back. This has leaves and flowers, and I don't have that set. So, and excuse me, I'm using different colors. So I had to pick different colors, right? So that's where I got these from. I am going to be stamping with the Happy Hibiscus and using this die to cut out some flowers. Happy Hibiscus is the one that has this awesome embossing folder also with it. This is online. I say get it. It's so pretty. So those are the things we are using today. So let me show you, because I did this in advance. Remember those ribbons? I took and I just wove them, because that's all you're doing is weaving them. And you guys know how to weave, right? In, out, in, out. So what I did was, there is tear and tape under here and under here. And then I put tear and tape here, and I slowly pulled it back as I wove in. Like I kept one side completely covered, and that's the side I went in. And then I pulled back, stuck down the ribbon, came back here, stuck down the ribbon. Okay, I'm hoping that makes sense. I didn't want to try to weave on a video. Sorry. But you know, I have my limits. So then, how am I going to attach this? I have it on one of my overly loved grid papers. So I thought I have to adhere it to something, because if you look at this, it looks like they have folded over the ends of the ribbon, which makes total sense, right? So I had this piece. Let me look for my markings. There they are. And I just sort of went like this. I went, okay, there's the end of the pink. And I had a pencil here somewhere. There it is. I hit it. And then I looked at the, and I'm giving it a little bit more space than it needs. I did it first. You can see little red marks. I think that's too tight. I'm going to zoom in again for you. So I'm off a little bit because it's got a wrap. So you got to have a little bit of breathing room, right? Not a lot, just a little. And I'm marking there. And then because this one is even, I want to mark here where I'm going to then trim it off. So then I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut it out. So let me go do that. Okay, so for me, this turned out to be about 4 1/4 by, I think it was 2 3/4. Hold on. Yeah, just a smidgen over 2 3/4. So if you lay it on there, you can see that it fits, right? So this is an experiment. I'm hoping, because you know me, I did not actually do this in, like I didn't do a practice run. So we're going to all hold our breath and hope this works. So I'm going to take some tear and tape, and let me zoom out because, you know, too often I forget what I'm doing. And then you guys don't see my project. And when I'm taping, instead of live where I can watch it on my tablet, yeah, it's not good. So I'm going to take some tear and tape, and I'm going to put it all over all 4 sides of this. This is Pretty in Pink, by the way, because I was going to do basic white, but you know, there's going to be little bits of gap. It's just the nature of weaving, especially perhaps the way I do it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I didn't want white poking through. I wanted it to kind of be one of the colors. And I decided to go with the lighter Pretty in Pink rather than the Petunia Pop. Okay, so, and I'm gonna, I don't know if I've told you guys this trick. I think I have. If you take your bone folder or nail and you rub those down, it's going to be a little bit easier to pick off. Look, I have my Take Your Pick tool. Woohoo! Everybody excited? Because that's a big deal for me. I always forget it. I'll leave it on my other table. Even though I have 2 of them, I have different ends on each one. So what are you going to do? All right, so now I've peeled all this off, and I'm going to see if I can get these weavings as straight as possible. You know, when you weave, things kind of tend to move, which is why my original plan was to put this all like on with our adhesive back paper and make it completely sticky. But I thought, what if I need to, like, you know, wiggle stuff? So I'm setting it right on the edge of the Pretty in Pink ribbon, right there. And there we go. All right. So now I am going to take these. Oh, hang on a minute. I forgot I wanted tear and tape on both sides. Duh. So let me do that again. It's fun to watch me do things when I forget, right? Please say yes. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, and I'm going to do these a little bit different than I was first thinking, because when I fold these ones over, they're going to need their own tape. So I'm going to do the Petunia Pop ends first. and fold them over. And I think I'll grab my Stampin' Up! Used to sell these awesome ribbon cutting tool. So now, oops, would help if I take these off, right? Yes, it would. I forgot to use my bone folder. I'm so excited to see if this works the way I think it's going to. If not, I will be deleting this video. So, oh shoot. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. How did that happen? That's very odd. Very odd. So, now I need more tear and tape right here because for some reason it came off, which is just strange. I don't know why. I think when I probably picked part of the cardstock when I was picking, and so it wanted to tear the cardstock off. Okay, so now I'm going to take all of these and I am going to pull them over, and you're going to see it's way too long. I'm going to have to trim them so that, you know, there's not like a bunch of it under. It's not a huge deal if they're under there because it's going to have to be popped up anyway. But here we go. Now I can see a little bit of the Pretty in Pink is sticking past this card. So I want to be sure on the ones where it's an issue, I can pull it back. And I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see. Let me use something to point. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it, but see how the Pretty in Pink is sticking out a little bit? It doesn't matter on this one, but on this one, I don't want to bend back the pink because that'll mess me up. So, there we go. So basically, I'm going to do this all the way around the card. I'm gonna stop the video once I trim off this row because it's kind of pointless for you guys to watch me sit there and flip those over, right? So now I'm just going to take these and trim them down. Obviously, I don't need to be neat about it. All right. So, well, that shouldn't be hanging there. Okay. So then once I do both sides, I'm going to put tear and tape here and do the Pretty in Pink side. Okay. So, just so you guys know, I can definitely see here, it's more obvious where the pink edge is showing a little bit. And here the Petunia Pop is showing a little bit. And that's okay. It's all right. So I will be right back. Cross your fingers that this works. Okay, so I am finishing up the last side. I thought I would go ahead and pop back on so you guys can watch me finish up and trim. I haven't peeked yet to see if this experiment of mine is working, but I think it will. I think the tear and tape is. So now it's all loose, okay? So before I flip it over, I want to trim off some of this Pretty in Pink so that, you know, we can all go ooh and ah together. Even though I can't see this because this is a pre-recorded video, please comment ooh and ah when I flip it over. All right, so there we go. Here we go. The moment of truth. It worked, you guys. Look. Isn't that cool? I mean, is it perfect? No. But it's cool. And I didn't have to color any ribbon. I just took 2 ribbons that I thought would make a fun check. So there we go. So now we're going to put the rest of it together. Let me clean up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to do the outline of these awesome flowers. Looked like I had something on there. Nope, it was my imagination. And I'm using Petunia Pop ink. Ugh. If I can open the thing. So, and that's the darker of the colors in my ribbon checkerboard. All right. And I know that I want to use some of this paper, so I'm kind of stamping it up here like that because I'm going to put a sentiment in there. So I'm done with, no, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the sentiment with the Petunia Pop also. And I'm going to stamp that right down here so I can cut it out. You make me smile. So now I will close the Petunia Pop. And I'm going to grab the Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to reuse this scrap, although it is super sticky right now. So I'm going to do this. There. So I don't get sticky all over that. Because I'm not sure, I think this might be darker than I want it to be for these inside flowers, for the insides of the flowers. So I'm going to try stamping it off. Let me see. Nope, that's too light. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use full strength. Pardon my head if it's in the video. I cannot tell. So that's pretty. And here's the bigger flower. And ooh, perfection is overrated. I keep telling myself that. Boom. And then the middle size flower. Now this one always requires me to think. So I see the pointy end, I see the pointy end, and I hope I'm right. And looks like I am. Okay. Now here's a trick. I do not want this to have a white edge. And when I cut it out, it will have a slight white edge. Okay? Oh, well, that's wrong. You guys know what I mean. It's going to end up with a slight white edge. Good, Carrie. That's really awesome. So I'm going to take one of my blender pens and my ink pad, which has a little bit of squeezy pad ink in there. And I'm just going to kind of go around the edges a little bit. Not a lot. I'm not getting fancy. I just want to get rid of the white that is in there, so I don't have too much white hanging on the edges. I don't care if it's fuzzy and it looks super messy. I don't care. It's all right. I'm just trying to keep it from having too white of an edge when I go and cut it out with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and this die. So that's just a fun little trick I like to do. You may have seen it before. I've done it on some other cards in the past. I don't do it every time, but I do it often enough. And it's just enough to lighten the white. And hopefully I'm not making it thick because it seems to me it's not too big of a white edge with this die. But if it is, I'll fix it. It's not a big deal. You could also use a sponge or a blending brush or something on the edge after it's cut out, you know, to kind of flick the edges of it. But I like to do it like this because I have a little more control right now because all the pieces are on this big piece. So it's all good. Okay, I'm almost done. It's like watching paint dry, right? So I am going to put this on pause when I take it over to the Big Shot. just for a minute. And I'm also probably going to just cut this out while I'm there. It's just going to be a strip. It's not going to be anything fancy. So, okay. So, hold on. I will be right back. Okay, so I have everything cut out. And now, slide that over. My card base is going to be, my brain is gone. It is Smoky Slate, I think. Hold on. Yep, Smoky Slate. Sometimes I just forget. So it's regular card size for here in America, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I just have some basic white for the inside. I may decide to decorate this, but I doubt it. I'm just gonna leave it because it's already so pretty on the out. Well, see, this is what happens. I might, so I'm gonna hold on to this, and I'm not gonna put it on right now. So let me fold this really good. So I think I might. So maybe when I take a picture of it, I'll show you guys. If I do the inside, I'll let you guys see it. All right, so then I took my awesome basics die. That's the hash marks that we no longer have. I'm sorry. I know you guys all want it. I know you do. Let me see what's going on up here. Okay, cool. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to just put some liquid adhesive on the back of this and place it center-ish-y. This one is cut 4 by 5 1/4, the one that's embossed. Okay, so that's there. Now this is already going to be pretty puffy, and I can see that I made mine bigger than Stampin' Up did for theirs. Not a lot, but it is a little bit. It's probably one length off, but it's totally up to you what you guys want to do with your own. So I am going to, because this is already puffy, I'm going to just put a lot of liquid glue on here, and then I'm going to kind of pull it just using the tip towards the center, because I don't really want it to ooze out, in fact, but I want a lot. In fact, I'm going to use my bone folder to kind of smear that in so that when it goes on, it's not coming oozing out the sides, because we all know that's a no-no. Nobody wants that. Nobody. So here we go. This looks like it could use a little more here, so I've got some on my bone folder, and that'll clean off my bone folder, so I'm not too worried about it, but that should make it stick pretty good. So this is the side that got a little cattywampus, so it's going to be covered, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one towards the fold. Let me see where I am in camera. Okay, good. All right. Now, these are going to get put on first, my little leaves. Again, this is out of Lost Lagoon, which might seem like a strange color to use, but I didn't want to use any of our true greens. I wanted it to be more of a softer look. So that one is going to go up here and hanging off a little bit. See how I said it's going to kind of hide some of my mistakes. And then this one, I may trim off that tail yet. I don't know. Let me see what I'm doing here. That one is going to go like that. All right. Now you might be thinking, Carrie, those aren't going to stick very good. Well, at the moment, you're right. They probably aren't, but they're holding in place for me while I put my flowers on, which I am going to put some tear and tape behind them once I decide where I want them to go. And I know that is going to be on there, but I don't want to cover up the words, obviously. So that's going to be down there, that one there, and then this one, something along the lines like that. So for this, because I want it to stick, I'm going to put a dimensional, which should be enough. Or maybe not, because I don't know what I did with my dimensionals. 1 second. Heavens knows I always have dimensionals, right? But I just want a partial, I think, to go on here. I'm going to set it right there. And then I'm going to put liquid glue, or you know what, I meant tear and tape. I'm going to put some tear and tape on the rest of it so that it sticks to my crazy ribbon here, right? And this probably, I probably should have put like a book on it and let it sit. But my camera would not have held on to this video while I let that sit and dry. But I would definitely recommend that. You see, I made a boo-boo. So after I cut it out, I re-stamped it for you guys. So it would be a little straighter. So I have my take your pick tool here. Oh, there it is. I found it now that I don't need it. And I'm going to set that right there. Then I need to decide how I'm going to set up my flowers. I think I kind of like this. So this one I'm going to glue down. Whoops. Now that I've messed it up. This little one I'm going to glue down about where I think it should go. And that's going to help hold down those leaves. This one is definitely going to get some tear and tape. But I have to remember that it's going to hang over the edge. So I don't want to put any tear and tape like right in this area. And the tear and tape is going to help it stick to the ribbon and help hold down the flowers. Or the leaves, I'm sorry. So I'm going to put this all the way to the edge there. And if you feel you need to, you can put some liquid glue on it also. I don't think it needs it. And the reason I'm not popping this up is I've kind of left the leaves kind of loosey-goosey. So, and it's already really thick from the woven ribbon. So I want to be careful with that as well. There we go. Also, I want to remind you that this is going to be on, this is my Saturday video that I'm pre-taping. I'm probably going to try, I'm going to try to retape one for Tuesday because my husband is having his other cataract surgery. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. I'm wondering, do I want to pop this up? I think I might. I think I'm going to do that so that it is kind of enraptured. I just thought I'd use that word. I know it's probably not the right word to use. Now this one, I'm debating on popping up. I don't know. I think I will put a pop dot on this edge of it so that it can stick to the edge. And then the rest, I will go ahead and tear and tape because it's so bulky, you guys. It's so bulky. And like I said, I would definitely recommend, I'm probably going to add some more glue to this to hold it down a little bit better. I would definitely recommend when you do your braided ribbon to like set a book on it or something and let it adhere really well before you start decorating. Technically, I can probably still do that, so we'll see. Just to kind of make sure your corners don't stick up like mine are, because that's not cool. But like I said, I wasn't 100% sure this was going to work, if I was going to actually post this video, but I'm going to do it. So there we go. So there we go. Now the question is, do I want to add some gems? So I grabbed the basic gray and smoky slate gems because I didn't think it needed any more pink in it. So let me see what I think of these. I think I kind of like them. I think I'm going to use these more darker ones for this project. And yes, you're taking a chance putting them on the fabric. Absolutely. All right. I know. But you know, sometimes you just gotta find some fun in life and take a chance now and then. So there you go. I've got 3 of them on there. I don't know that I'm going to add more. I may decide I want more bling, but so there we go. There is my card for today. It's fun, right? It's not sticking up too much, so I think I'm okay with it. I mean, really, it's not. It's good. So I hope you guys liked this and you will go shopping at my website. We are getting to the point where we will no longer be having hostess codes. Next month, I think March, I think is the last month for them. So this is the one for February 2025. Don't forget it is Sale-a-bration, which is where the idea came from for today's project. And there are so many fun things in here to do or to get for free. They're just cool. I am sad to tell you that this is not available. It was so popular. Even I didn't get it because I didn't think about it. And then poof, it's gone. So, and this is one of the ones for a larger amount because it has stamps and dies. But there are more things in here. There's also a join special. So if you have questions about that, please let me know. Again, you can shop on my website, Stampin' Up! Website, MemoryINKers.com. My hostess code for February 2025 is P as in Paul, M as in Mark, D as in David, 94, F as in Frank, K as in Carrie, T as in Tom. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card. I'll see you soon.